Ready.
Hey guys, this is David Wagner with the Touch By Painting and Handyman Service, 419-217-9689. Making this video for my YouTube followers. The reason for this video is for either DIYers, people that want to learn how to paint themselves, painters already in the field, painters up and coming, maybe want to branch out and do this yourselves. These are techniques and things that I've learned over the years, and I want to show you guys and explain to you guys what we're doing here. So what we're doing here, guys, is if you see this is drywall primer here, and you look at it and you're like, well, drywall primer is usually white, and you're correct about that. But we had this drywall primer tinted at 60% of the finished color, and the reason so is because we're finishing this with 2 coats, guys. So you got the drywall primer, and you're going to have 1 coat finish. And you hear a lot of stuff going back and forth with painters and all kinds of stuff. 1 coat, 2 coat. Yeah, 2 coats is, I guess, more desirable, and for many reasons. But if you know how to do it with 1 coat, you can do an excellent job doing this 1 coat. Therefore, you can reduce your prices and give the customer a better price. But let me tell you this, it takes practice and it takes know-how how to finish this with essentially 1 finish coat. So 1 coat of drywall primer tinted at 60% of the full color. And then we have our finish here, which is eggshell finish that we're going to put over this primer. So the reason I tinted at 60%, guys, is so I can still cut my lines in. As you see up here, these are the lines we've cut in, and you can still see your work. So you can still clearly see what you're doing. But when you go to put your paint on, say we go to put this paint on the wall, since these colors are matching colors, this is going to cover this wall. You're going to get great coverage. Now don't get me wrong, when you do this system, you may have minor imperfections, and if you're coming in and homeowners, builders, GCs all know this, that if you do 1 coat that you may have small imperfections. But our goal today is to do this wall to have the minimal imperfections that we can. And by imperfections, I mean coverage and things like that. So yeah, you guys can finish a wall with 1 finish coat. I'm going to tell you the difference though between 1 coat and 2 coat, guys. So this here is a specialty PVA primer. This is primer specifically designed for drywall, and it's cheaper than a finished paint is. You see, this is like a hook and loop system, guys. So we'll just say that this is the loop and this is the hook here. So when the paint goes on the wall, it grabs it. And it does not let you move that paint too far forward. It don't let you stretch that paint, and it don't let you work it real easily. Now, when I was putting the drywall primer on, guys, I got a video if you guys want to take a look at that. How to do primer on brand new drywall. If you look at the video, we'll say that I came from here, from this wall, and I was able to run 4 full lines with an 18-inch roller. So I was able to go, we'll say out here. Out here was it. But with this, you're only going to get half of that, guys. And the reason you're only going to get half of that is because the hook and loop system. This paint and this wall here, it grabs it hard. And it stays there, and you cannot move this paint back and forth too well. So you have to be quick, you got to knock your texture down, and you got to cover well, and you got to taper all at the same time. This is a quicker process if you guys want to get it done in this manner. Now, when it comes to 2 coats, say 2 coats of finish. With your second coat of finish, it's going to be easy to do your second coat of finish, because when you do your second coat of finish and you let this wall dry properly, your paint, we'll say that I'll be able to run a line from here to here, but with the finish, you'll be able to possibly do double that, guys. And the reason why is because the finish does not contain as much as that, what we'll call a loop. So the paint's not grabbing, the finish is not grabbing onto the finish as much as it does this. So therefore, it's going to let you stretch. It's going to let you stretch. It's going to give you more working time. You're going to be able to get this done, get it perfected. So yeah, 2 coats are great. But if you know what you're doing, guys, you can pull it off with one drywall primer and one finish. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you guys what I mean by that. And if you guys see my other video, how to coat drywall primer, you'll see it clearly that I'm able to run that drywall primer pretty far and get that done pretty quick. This is a little bit more precise. So here I go, guys. This is an 18-inch roller here. I'm gonna have to move pretty quickly here. It is a quick process because it just grabs so well to that drywall primer and it does not let you move the paint back and forth too well. That being said, you guys are going back and forth, and I'm rolling this into the wall. And I'm going to roll it multiple times because I want this to cover completely. Once you get in all the divots and everywhere it needs to be, so we can get good coverage. And already, it's already starting to grab pretty well. I can't really do this paint anymore, you can tell, because you're going to have a lot of resistance on that roller. See right there, I'm getting resistance, so I know it's my time to keep moving on. And that's one line that I put down. One coat finish, guys. You put it on, and you'll work it back and forth to get the coverage that you need. Again, straight up, straight down. The more consistent you can be, the more consistent your work is going to look. And when it comes to painting, consistency is what you're looking for. One coat finish, guys. Brand new construction. You get your guys trained on this method. You can be a little more competitive on your pricing. But it's time to be done very carefully. You got to pay attention to your tops, your bottoms, and your whole focus here is to get that coverage. But not only to get that coverage, to try to move at the same speed and to try to knock down that texture that you're applying as consistently as you can. And the only way to get consistency is to follow the same moves that you've been making. You keep making the same moves, usually you're going to keep getting the same results. So come in here, I'll just take this paint off the floor right there, because I'm going to come back And then now I'm gonna roll this wall, and I have no pressure. Like, I'm not applying forward pressure. I'm only using the weight of this roller, guys, to knock this texture down even further, to try to get it the consistency that it needs. And there's that. And I wanted to tell you guys about another method on how to get these done with 2 coats. So you can buy a finish that's a paint primer 1. More expensive paint. Probably get it for, depending on where you shop at, they're between $40 to say $80 for instance, but usually about $40, $45. So the finish, it's actually a 2-in-1. So you can actually use the finish as your primer on your first coat. So imagine not using a PVA drywall primer and instead using a finish. A 2-in-1 deal. Paint primer 1. So if you use your paint primer 1, it already contains, we'll say, eggshell. It already contains an eggshell finish. Well, you can apply it the first time as a primer, as a drywall primer, and then your second coat, you can apply your second coat. And what the thing is on that, what the advantages are on that, is when you apply your second coat, with the finish 2-in-1, your second coat is going to be like a true second coat as if I were to apply this twice. Because by that point, your hook and loop system, it don't have as much as the loop in it. So when you go to throw your second coat, you're going to be able to easily glide that paint from left to right versus this where you're limited on how far you can take it. You're limited on your time. And which is making me move quicker. And I did the math in my own head, so but what the difference is, it's about from where I buy paint, it's about a $900 difference. So if you were to buy the cheap PVA primer and do the system I'm doing here, you would save $900 by doing that. Because you found somebody that can finish this in this style or in this system that I'm doing now. Now, if you can't find somebody and they say, oh, we have to have 2 coats and they swear by 2 coats, because that's what they believe, then you're going to have to find somebody that says, yeah, we can finish this in a drywall coat, PVA, and 1 finish, like I am doing here. But if you wanted to spend an extra $900 plus and get it done in 2 coats and have the benefit of, since you 2 finish coats, and the true benefit to me is being able to move on your second coat, being able to work that paint back and forth left and right with having the time that you need. Almost like a repaint. So when you repaint something, it's usually pretty easy to repaint something because it's already been repainted. It usually has a sheet on it, and when you go to repaint it, you can move that stuff well back and forth. It's nothing like putting a finish to a primer like we're doing here. You can move that stuff easily back and forth. But if you do this other system I'm telling you about, which we've done, but the customer here, at this job site, he's a general contractor, he's a home builder. Guys that's out in the field and do this for a living, we already know. Those guys want to get it done the best they can for the cheapest that they can. problem with that. We're doing that on a person trying to see those results, because there are people out there that can give them those results. And that's what we're doing here. So we didn't want to waste extra money to do that system. So we gave him this system which we can pull off, but it just makes our job a little more precise. We got to be a little more precise in what we do and things of that nature. So if you guys wanted to do a two-coat, like this is here essentially, but you wanted the benefit of being able to apply that thing easily on your final coat, which we're not just doing this here. It may look easy on camera, but it's not as easy as if I was doing a repaint, or as if I were using the finish coat as a primer and the finish coat as the final coat. Because you have the ability of not having as many hooks in those loops. Basically, that paint don't grab real hard to the wall like it does here. And it gives you the ability just to glide that paint back and forth, and it buys you a lot of time. So if you're a good painter and you're used to doing two coats, that's going to work for you. Or if you're a good painter and you like to take your time, really watch what you're doing, and just like to take your time on it, two coats will be for you guys. But if you want to be a little more advanced and a little more competitive, learn the drywall one coat system. It saves time for the general contractor. And there's a lot of guys that come in and they'll want to do three coats. They'll do your drywall, your PVA primer, they'll do one coat of finish, and they'll come in and they'll do your final coat of finish. So then you're paying for three coats of paint, and as a painting contractor, you're taking more time as well. You're taking more time as well to get the job done. When you could have either done this more advanced technique here, or you could have simply put two coats of finish, with your first coat being a finish. There's a lot of paints out there that they're self-priming paints, self-priming finish paints. There's a lot out there. Just ask who you buy paint from, ask them, and they'll lead you in the right direction. So anyways, going back to the conversation, so like this two-coat system, it lets you be more competitive, it can get you out of the job quicker, so you can get over to the next job, and it's going to help you save that customer money, guys. And I do 3 coats, I've done 4 coats, guys, I've done 5 coats. In my early days. So I learned on how to apply this paint quicker, more efficiently, what type of paint to use, what type of paint system to use at different scenarios. So it takes some know-how on what to do, when to do it, and where to do it, guys. But if you're homeowner watching this and you guys want your house painted, give us a call. Again, if you're a painting contractor and you want to learn ways and just learn things outside the box of what just you're being told at the paint store or what the older painters are telling you. I gotta say one thing, times have changed, guys. And there's new technologies, there's new paints, there's new systems, there's better technique than the old way. So if you guys want to stay competitive, you gotta have different ways you can go about things. Because I can promise you right now that if I was in this job for 3 coats, and 3 coats, I do 3 coats all the time. Customer requests 3 coats, and we'll give them 3 coats. Absolutely will. But sometimes we tell the customer, and on this system, like, hey, we could do this for this price. You may have some minor imperfections. They're okay with that. Then we do a beautiful job for them, just like we're doing here. But there's a lot of customers that they want those 3 coats, and we'll give them the 3 coats. Because that's what they want, guys, and the customer is always right. You don't want to sit and argue about 2 coats, 3 coats. That's really something you don't want to argue with people about. That's what they want. That's what they want. Just like with painters. Painters I know want to wear the painter whites. Now I've seen a lot of painters in painter whites. They're not very good painters. These are my painter khakis right here, guys. So, like I said, you got to think outside the box. And this is one way to do it. I've done this system many times for a lot of new construction, a lot of GCs. Done the system many times, and they're happy with the price, and they're happy with the quality, and they're happy with the system, guys. And like I said, you got your homeowners, they want the 3 coats. We'll give them 3 coats. It's just, who can you sell this system to, and can you pull it off? You want to take the time to put that first coat on there, and take the time to get it done in the first coat. To do the first coat, it doesn't just takes a little technique. It takes all the techniques when it comes to rolling, all of them combined. I'm gonna quit chit chat, guys. But I want to let you guys know about this system and what it is that we're doing here today, and your options. And it's a DIYer or a paint contractor when it comes to painting your house, or when it comes to hiring somebody to come to paint your house. Because if you ask me, a good painter, a good company should have different options for you when it comes to pricing. And this is one option that we sell to customers, guys. So one finish coat. Like I said, it's a big debate among painters. You get in a group of painters and you talk about one finish coat, people are going to have different things to say. If you ask me, it's about your experience, it's about your skill, your ability, and your will to be able to get something done and to be really a game changer and to think outside the box, guys. If you guys enjoy this video, and as I have more videos, I got plenty more things I want to show you guys, not just in painting, construction. We do a lot of different things. We've gotten into flipping houses a couple years ago. I would eventually like to start showing you guys videos on flipping houses and things to do and things not to do, money saving hacks, how to get materials cheaper, and how to go about processes. How to go about processes, guys, that can save you money. Because if you don't know your processes, if you don't know they exist, you could have easily been sold a 3-coat paint job here. Wouldn't you rather take that money, the money that you're going to buy on paint, and pay the painters, and put it into something else? The big thing for me, is saving money, but at the same time, you don't want to save money to the point where you're messing with your quality, guys. You don't want to skip on quality, that's for sure. That's why it's important to know to hire somebody who knows what they're doing and they can get these things done for you and they can save you money. You see, they save you money with their experience. Somebody's been doing things for a long time, they're going to come in and they're going to get right down to it. They're going to know little tricks of the game, tricks of the trade, to be able to be more competitive and save you money. Versus, say, someone new coming in, no, not one new guys coming in. That's our future. That's the guys that's going to be running this stuff. But at the same time, you're paying for their inexperience. Versus a good contractor. So if you see a good contractor, and you see him out there, and maybe you view him as he could be expensive. I guess the only thing I say about that is if you're going to hire a contractor, always check the prices of those contractors first, guys, before you roll them out. And not only that, check their processes like this. Ask questions on how you can save money, and if they got any different ways of doing the job to save money and things like that. And if you ask questions, guys, especially someone's been doing it for a long time, that's been in business a long time, well, they've been in business for a long time because they've been doing something right. They've been honest with people and they care about their quality. Quality is number one for us. My main goal at the end of the day is quality. I've had jobs where I've lost money, but what mattered to me at the end of that job or during that job was that my quality stayed the way that it should be. So, you don't ever want to, that's definitely not saying to skip on quality. Absolutely not. If I felt like anything would put my quality in jeopardy, I simply wouldn't do it. Quality to the tradesmen, that's what Magnus does, guys. So if you see us, give us a call. Use your house painted, interior, exterior paint specialist. Our company name is A Touch Above Painting and Handyman Service. We've been around since 2014. Let our experience work for you guys. All the experience and things that we've done over the years, I can promise you, is going to save you guys the money. But anyhow, so I'm done with this wall now. And you guys seen, I really had to take my time when I did this, guys. And I had to make sure that everything was covered well, that I knocked down my texture the same, the best that I could, and just repeated that same process back and forth. So there it is. This is your finished coat here. Primer tinted 60% to your finished wall color to be able to have optimal coverage. And that's what we have here. So we've covered pretty well. So this is the wall that's done. Go back and show him that back room that's done already. He'll show you the back room that's done all the way in the back. Same process, 1 coat of PVA drywall primer and 1 coat of finish. And so the paint that I recommend you guys buy when you guys are doing a process like this, find you an interior paint that says that it covers in 1 coat. There's a couple out there that says that we'll cover 1 coat right on the bottom. Just because it says that, guys, don't mean that it's necessarily going to cover in 1 coat. To me, what that really means is that if you can throw it down properly in your primer behind that wall in similar color like it is here, then you have a great chance of finishing in 1 coat. And in here, we have finished in 1 coat, guys. Again, paints have getting better through the years. The processes are really what dictates. What really dictates if you're gonna be able to finish this in 1 coat or not. So looking at this is good. The GC is going to be happy with this. We're going to walk out this. Everybody's going to get paid. And the process of this house getting finished is going to be on schedule, because we're able to finish this essentially, guys, in 2 coats. 1 primer and 1 finish. Until next time, guys, stay away from the Touch My Painting and Handyman service. If you guys need any more tips and tricks on painting, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and I'll send you guys a lot more videos when it comes to this, to painting, when it comes to construction, when it comes to flipping a home, and when it comes to making money in this trade and making money on flipping homes. We got a lot of stuff in the process, guys, for the future. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you.